Hey YouTube, it's that dude named Dave and welcome to my channel. And if you've been here before, welcome back. Before we get started here, we have to do my price of admission. Like, subscribe, and the bell notification below. You guys are watching my videos, but everyone is still not sub yet. So let me help you by helping me out here. Give you guys a few seconds to do this. Okay, we have that out the way. Today's video, we're back in support court. This story here where the ex is bringing back her spouse to court for more child support because he's only paying $500 a month. This one is interesting and might be triggering. So let's get to the video and we're gonna try to make this make sense.
Alma, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, we are currently divorced and he's paying me child support. And lately he's been doing a lot of extra, he's a bartender, and he's been doing a lot of extra parties for professional sports figures and making a lot more money than what he previously admitted to when we first got our divorce. He's making like around an extra $5,000 a month in tips from his bartending gig.
Oh!
And I just feel like with 3 kids, we need to increase the child support. And he's not agreeing with me on that.
Well, if what you're saying is
Well, before the judge gets into it here, we are already off to a bad start, men. Okay, you're already paying child support here. I just want to paint the picture. You're giving what you give every month here. And then if you have a windfall in this scenario of an additional $5,000 a month, this don't sound good. It's one thing you're making a couple extra 100, but $5,000 a month is equivalent of extra $60,000 a year. So fellas, I can already see this is going to be bad here. So let's get back to the video.
it's true, I would agree with you too. We need to increase that child support amount. And you said how many children?
3.
3
children. Okay. You said about $5,000 a month. And I have documents up here from your most recent court order. $500 a month
Yes,
for 3 children?
for 3 children.
Okay.
Wow.
Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to him?
No, I just think that he's denying the fact that he's making this additional money every month, and I think it's obvious everything he puts onto the media, buying drinks for people and buying shots, and he's at these high-profile parties, and I just think that he needs to do what's right for our kids, and it's hard to take care of that many kids on $500 a month.
Right, right. Yeah, I would definitely agree. What about health?
Before we get any further here, know the things that she is pointing out, that he's at these high profile events. He is around all these athletes now. His status has moved up. So in the court here, you know, we could have easily brought up he's a bartender. He was a Pookie and Ray Ray in the beginning. He's only paying $500 a month for 3 kids. Now my man is in the luxury. She had to put those little extra details in there along with the extra 5,000. So you can tell she a little bit upset because she's at home with the kids and he out here with LeBron James. Let's get back to the video.
Insurance for these children?
They're on Medicaid.
Okay.
Medicaid?
All right.
Oh, damn. Come on.
Sir, is there a reason, you're not supporting your children more? And first off, is what she's saying true?
Well,
Yeah, what does that mean?
sort of, yes, I do bartend for, for some celebrities sometimes.
So the
and
answer is yes, that what she said is true, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And, but I mean, they have done good so far. I thought $500 would be good. I mean, they have been doing great. I mean,
You think $500 is
Oh, no, this is bad, y'all. This is bad. I think that $500 would be just good enough, because, come on, dude. You got 3 kids. 3 kids and you're giving $500 a month in this economy here. I am down the middle. I'm not going to be biased here, okay? I get on men on this channel as well as women here. So the fact that he used to be a Pookie and Ray Ray, possibly with his earning potential, now my man's a high-end bartender like Tom Cruise and shots here, whatever the case may be, and now he still only wants to give 500. Fellas, it's scenarios like this that give women the venom to talk down on us. Okay, we gotta be down the middle here. If you're making extra money, you gotta provide for your kids. Plain and simple, yo. You can't be a deadbeat getting all this extra cash here and then saying, hey, they still didn't get the 5. Back to the video.
Is enough to raise children and you're making an additional $5,000 a month?
Well,
Is that what you're saying?
yes, I bring them. I bring them clothes, you know.
Oh,
and
God. What clothes you buying?
That helps them, you know.
That's
and,
called parenting.
Backpacks.
Parenting.
laptops.
Backpacks? How many
Parenting.
backpacks you buying?
Yes, Your Honor. And I mean, honestly, being a bartender, you know, my income is not fixed. So, you know, I'm always saving for a rainy day. That's why I don't want to part with a lot of my money, you know, my savings.
Ooh.
That money for the future. And
Your children's future.
Damn, the judge ain't having it, y'all.
well, yes, yeah, that too.
Right. So that means you shouldn't have a problem paying the additional amount based on your income.
Well, what if I lose my job? You know, you don't know.
What if
always
I
a
lose
concern
mine?
for me. Well, true, but I mean,
Yeah, I've got 3 kids.
You see how this guy's acting? I brought this to the tribe for a reason here. When we have kids, we have to make sure that we choose the right woman. Obviously, they had a falling out, and he doesn't even want to give her another dime right now. Now, don't let the language barrier fool you here. I bet you this guy can speak pretty good English. He reminds me when Sammy Sosa was on Congress. I don't know if you remember Sammy Sosa back in the day in Chicago here. My man was doing Subway commercials. He was knocking on the park. He was speaking fluid English. But when it came down to the steroid talking, he was on Congress. He was like, I'm no English. This dude is pulling the no English card in court here, basically. I make 500 and I think that's enough and I'm putting for the savings. Dude, pay for your kids, man. This is why we have this challenge here. We cannot allow dudes to have the Pookie and Ray Ray mentality, and we continue this cycle where that good brothers here in this circle, in this tribe, and women cascade all of us to think the same way here. Let's see what the judge is gonna say here. Let's get back to the video.
well, we
Works
got
both
3
ways.
kids. I mean, we got them
Well, it
together,
feels like
right?
I have 3 kids.
Well,
Since you're
I
not
do
really
visit
doing it
them
apart.
from time to time. You know, I was there last month. I took them for the entire weekend, and
Oh, you took them for one weekend.
Oh.
You took your children for one long weekend
yes, ma'am.
parenting.
Yes. I mean,
Right.
my
You're
job,
not going to get a medal for that. That's what you should do as a parent. You should take your children for long weekends. You should buy them backpacks. You should buy them laptops. You should buy their clothes. That's what a parent does. And that's not even a good parent. That's basic parenting. Good parenting goes above and beyond those things that I just said. You haven't said anything about going above and beyond. And based on what she's saying, these children are with her most of the time. Do you think about how her expenses increase with your children always being with her? $500? That's probably enough to cover groceries, if that.
Hey, I had to pause again because the point that he said was, I was there last month for a weekend. We had a good time. We had a long weekend. That's not good enough. We have to build each other up to say that, hey guys, a weekend is not good enough for your kids. You need to spend quality time with them. Now, we don't know the whole story, the fact that maybe she ran him off or maybe he left. I don't know. We don't know the dynamics here. He's not talking ill on her. She's not talking ill on him as far as that's concerned. All she's talking about is, I need some more help, Judge. So you can't be out here making this extra guap, getting this money, serving drinks to Carmelo Anthony. You out here in Hollywood here, making these nice, delicious Long Islands. And then at every night here, yo ex here, looking as rough as she is right now, yo, taking care of these 3 kids on $500 a month. We have to destroy. We have to kill. We have to eliminate the Pookie and Ray Rayism. That's the only way this is going to work in our society here. We know there's going to be bad men and bad women in today here, but we have to continue to teach and build here because now the kids in this scenario here, they're going to grow up probably to be just like him or worse if there's any boys in the scenario. Let's get back to the video.
well, that might be true, but you have to consider this.
Uh-oh. What do you got to consider, Judge?
I work almost every day, and
I do too.
I don't get a break. And you know, parenting the kids, that takes a lot of
Oh,
effort.
no.
And sometimes I don't feel like I'm up for it. You know, I'm tired, and so and I have already taken a lot of time off. You know, for those parties, for the celebrity parties, I have to work extra hours and
Okay.
to make.
You haven't said anything that moved me. You just,
Dude, all you just said was, I am busy and I am tired and I'm working every day. Hey, bruh, I'm tired too. I work every day. I help support my family. I got to see me and mines and be there for him. The dude is, I got to call it. Y'all. He's a deadbeat. My last support, a few of my support court videos in my comment section, some women got mad at me by calling the woman a deadbeat. And she was. She admitted that she saw her kid like 2 or 3 times a month. And then the ex-husband said that he saw her once a month. If you're seeing your kid once or twice a month, at the most, you're a deadbeat. So this guy here, dude, whatever your name is, Juan Marquez, I hate to do that, the stereotype, deadbeats. Deadbeat that has helped destroying what we got going on here. We don't need my men here acting like this guy here because he works 7 days a week and he ain't got time. We know that time is short, but damn, you ain't even giving no information to say I'm working these hours here and I'm paying these extra expenses and that's where my money's going to. Or maybe because I'm making this kind of money here, I create a trust for my kids here and I'm pouring into that every month. So when they get to a certain age, they're going to have this here. We're not seeing any financial literacy here or even to the point where he's making this extra money and demonstrating that, hey, I am putting this away to the side and I'm building for my family. Nah, only thing he says, I'm just saving for a rainy day. And when you go to court, guys, and this is the only defense you're going to have, what do you think the judge is going to say? Not just Judge Vonda B, but any judge. Judge Vonda is very fair, but you go to a regular judge, he or she is going to rip us a new one. Let's get back to the video.
gave a bunch of excuses, quite frankly.
He
He
has.
didn't deny anything that she just said. So you
No
are
defense.
in agreement that you're making about $5,000 a month for these private parties, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's all I needed to know. And it is true that these children are on Medicaid, correct?
And they're on Medicaid.
And you only have 3 children?
Yes.
All right, so we're going to modify your child support today, Mr. Alma. It's the right thing to do. You're gonna have to pull from that savings that you're saving for yourself and start saving for these children's future, as well as taking care of them monthly. You got it? All right, so this is what we're gonna do. I'm going to base your child support off of that $5,000 a month, which
Here
will
we go,
put your
y'all.
salary around $60,000. Like I said, gross is $5,000. That brings your net down to $4,101.87. Do you have any other children outside of these 3?
No, ma'am. That's
Thank
the
God.
children that I have.
Okay, all right. And then I'm going to do 9% of your gross for the reimbursement to Medicaid, which comes out to about $450. Do you have access to private health insurance? Can someone at one of these private parties get you some health insurance for these children?
I can try.
Well, I would suggest that you do, because I think that you can find health insurance a lot cheaper than $450, okay? So $450 plus your monthly child support obligation comes out to $1,680 a month. Okay? You have any questions about that?
No. I understand.
Okay, it's the right thing to do. So I would hope you do understand. You have 3 kids. You have to take care of them beyond backpacks and everything that we've already discussed. Mom needs some assistance too, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, is there anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, well, if there's nothing further.
And on that note, that the video ends here. I brought this video to the tribe for a reason. You saw how that ended at the end. He went from $500 a month to $1,600. So basically the judge took the extra $5,000 a month or $60,000 a year plus the original documentation here and basically divide up where that was enough for one kid. And so it's saying, okay, we're just gonna add that so that 3 kids, almost $500 per child here. Why are we having this discussion here? Fellas, we do not want to have this kind of mentality of this guy here. If you're not trying to be in the wherewithal mentality of being a strong man and being a father, why are you having kids? And let alone you had one with this woman here, you had 3. And now you don't want to spend no time with the kids. You don't want to pay for the kids. And now this woman's taking you to court to get more money. And on top of that too, you're making more money now. I get it in the beginning here. I know bartenders, the money's inconsistent. Tips could be good on a Saturday and Tuesday, man, you barely can make it home. I get that part here. And he was saying that, hey, things may change with my status, my money, the gigs that may come through, but you make the money now. You're no longer in that Pookie Ray Ray category as far as earning potential. So if you're making more money, you gotta put in and provide for your kids. And so that's why I say you gotta protect your wallet and protect your seats, because if that's not your mentality, a woman like this here, where she's not even in the wrong, it's gonna take you to court. And how many times have we talked about here where that the support court system here is against men? It is biased in favor toward the women. And we know that the laws are so outdated, they need to be redone, but we know that's not happening. So I brought this here to say, fellas, be careful who you lay down with. Now, and ladies too, be careful who you lay down with, because for all the women who wants to talk about, there's no good men in the world. All y'all Pookies and Ray Rays, y'all no good. You're always cheating. You got kids by other women as well. But you wanna know something? I'm not saying that she did, but this is a situation where I don't want any women going after this guy here, because he's clearly not taking care of his own kids when he wants to. He's not spending time with them. And then if you go ahead and have more kids with this guy here, he's gonna do the exact same thing here. This is how this cycle repeats itself. We need people to grow up. We need people to show that they're mature and understand that parenthood is not a joke. And then on top of that too, this court system is not a joke. Keep playing around and see how much money is coming out of your check every month, because of the fact that you want to be reckless with the people that you rock with here. And this is why I want to tell everybody here, if you're looking to be seriously settled down or your relationship, make sure that person's right for you, men and women, because if you miss the wrong woman, your life's a living hell. And women, if you miss the wrong guy, you're missing with Pookie and Ray Ray. And at the end of the day, all we're doing is complaining, saying that there's no good people out here in this world, and we're all miserable, and we're complaining, and we're just stuck, keep saying the same thing over and over and over again. Comment, like, subscribe, click on that bell notification below. I want you to know what you guys think about this video here. Support court is a trip, I know it. You know, the judging system, we need changes here. But what you think about the judge here, what you think about these two couples, and what you think about my commentary. But until next time, I'm that dude named Dave. See y'all later, YouTube world.